So, about 4 months ago, I made a video talking about people on Reddit hating Genshin Impact characters, whether it be for fandom reasons, Farina.
How can you be so heartless? You know I'm battling anxiety. And wasting all of our money on Farina? That helps. Farina's the only thing that can cure my anxiety.
Story reasons or overall design reasons, and that video got over 1,000 views. So I honestly really wanted to do a part 2, though this is going to be an indirect part 2 because this video is going to be talking about the Wuthering Waves community's hot takes. That's right, a different game made by a different company. Now before you say something like, "Oh Ghost, you're just a whore," I'll have you know I really enjoy WUWA and the amazing job that Kuro Games has done with it. I've 100%ed every area in this game, beating every hologram, collected every echo, and you better believe I will be 100%ing the new areas whenever they drop. So maybe come follow me on Twitch if you want to see that live. There's so many things I would like to see be added to Genshin, HSR, and ZZZ that are in this game, like the echo loadout system, proper flight, and parkour, not behind a paywall. I absolutely love the designs of the characters in this game, like Female Rover, Carlotta, Zeze, Phoebe, Chacona, Cantarella, and my absolutely beautiful Black Shorel's woman, Camellya and Shorekeeper. And plus for Lova, man, they just don't mess with the female character designs. Back on topic, though all the content creators who make content on this game will probably have you thinking that Wuthering Waves is the best gacha game known to man or woman or whatever else, I'm not judging. There are tons of opinions that would maybe improve the game. So without further ado, let's talk about the many Wuthering Waves hot takes I've seen on Reddit. But before that, please do leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Before we talk about these hot takes, let me use a motto more fitting for the video. Ghost transform. That's more like it. Anyway, about 2 months ago, I made a Reddit post asking people what their hottest Wuthering Waves take was, and I got over 300 comments. Wow, that is a lot of comments. Back on topic again, we're going to be doing the same format as last time, being comment and my opinion, but this time I will be adding a rating too. So now we start off with the first comment reading. Huang Long or 1.0 music isn't as bad as people think. People only complain because they expect PGR level music and it wasn't composed or made by Vanguard. Let me start off with the rating being a question mark out of 10 because I honestly don't play with music on, so I don't really know any good soundtracks in this game except for the full street music and the track from the Fer-de-Lise quest. I forget to turn it on sometimes and it just kind of ruins the immersion for me. Especially when there's a cutscene. Like I played through Shorekeeper's quest with no music. So when it came to the piano part, it was literally just silence. I was so caught off guard by it. And then the recent Cube event, I finished it and when it came to the final cutscene, it had no music. I know it's my fault and it's severely self-inflicted, but I would personally love a sound option in the story menu, please, or just make cutscenes always have music on. Though Wuthering Waves isn't the only culprit of this, ZZZ and Genshin should add this, along with Tribe 9 and just any new story game in general. Anyway, next comment. 90% of the events we've had are really bare bones. They just feel like events to fill a quota. Half of them are glorified login events or something you naturally do as you do your dailies. They're more like chores than they are events. Thankfully, we've got a few good ones at least, and the good ones are really good. I give this take like a 3. I do think that WUWA needs more events instead of the ones that are just like quick skips like the Lotto campaign ones. So it's a somewhat cold take. I just think we need to let them get more time to cook. Anyway, next comment. There is no meta in WUWA. As of now, every character is balanced around certain content. As long as you don't have skill issues, you can clear everything just fine. I give this like a 2 because Jinx exists, but she isn't as much of a must pull to where other characters can't match up to her level, like in Zilmus with Miyabi at the moment. All the characters in WUWA are pretty balanced enough to where it's not much of an issue of one character being just simply stronger than all the rest. To be honest, I hope it stays that way. Anyway, next comment. Echo farming is not bad at all. It's a slow grind, but it's very rewarding. I've managed to get a full set for Brant for his release in a month without his weapon. It's very easy to get a decent build, and you don't really have to min-max or anything to clear in-game content or to clear game content. You don't need good echoes to play the game itself either. I personally give this take a solid 1 out of 10. I agree with it, but I wish I couldn't. Next question, or next comment. Stop listening to content creators. They are either drama queens or Excel freaks. You are the one who must decide how high or low the pull value of a character is, not them. Meta or not means nothing if you don't enjoy the gameplay. Alright, so with that first part of the comment, I give it a 4 out of 10. Not saying that you should stop listening to content creators completely, because firstly, I am trying to be one myself, but they might give you more insight on how to effectively use characters on your account, especially these quote-unquote Excel freaks, or meta heads is what I like to call them. I will say the drama is kind of unnecessary, but there are moments where some stuff needs to be said about this stuff, like the global passive castery situation. But other than that, the whole comparing two different games things all the time gets a little annoying. I could honestly care less about it at the end of the day, because it's just opinions, and these comparisons just happen subconsciously. Now for the other part, with the pull for who you want to, I give it a 0 out of 10, because like, no shit, it's your account, your resources. You should make decisions on your own accord, and that should honestly always come first regardless. I'd honestly say that this is a pretty cool take. I also turned my mic down a little, so that's why it sounds a little different. Next question. Wuthering Waves is by far one of the most generous and least predatory gacha games ever. The amount of rewards from events and exploration is insane. Pity caps aren't too high, and the weapon banners are guaranteed. Anyone who disagrees either never been exploited by the likes of Genshin or never touched another gacha game before. I'd also like to take a chance to be a free-to-play or light spender for characters' weapons that can break the game for me. Then I guaranteed most drop over $100 to get what I want, especially for cosmetics and other games such as Valorant. The payoff for any money spent here is more worth it. Ironically, if the 50-50 were eliminated, we might have less complaints over the gacha system, since people won't have the lucky winners to compare to. First of all, I give this take like a 4 out of 10. I think that WUWA is by far the second least predatory gacha game I've played, and that's only because I've played about, let's see, HI3, Genshin, WUWA, HSR, ZZZ, Nikkei, Arknights, PGR, Tales of Angels, Project QT. Yes, I know it's a hentai game. I started Snowbreak. Is Stranova considered a gacha? Also, I've been playing Tribe 9. Oh, and also that MHA Battle Royale game too. But out of them all, I think that HI3 probably has the best gacha system, because all the characters are guaranteed along with the weapons. So I don't exactly agree with that take that WUWA is like #1 when it comes to least predatory gacha. I'm also kind of salty that I've only ever won 3 or 4 50-50s in WUWA. Like capturing ratings would be nice, just saying. As for it being quote-unquote generous, you have to kind of remember that WUWA was just not optimized in the slightest at launch, and was kind of a laggy mess. I couldn't even try to stream it back then in 1.0. Also, if you don't remember, they kind of just rushed out Yinlin's banner, which was pretty good for me, but I don't feel like it was that good for them by starting off by running Gion first. Though I feel like it gave me more time to save, even though I still lost that 50-52 6 pity encore. But I'm kind of unsure how to feel about it. Anyway, I still say 4 out of 10. These next few ones are going to be inside the controversial category, and I'm gonna do a rapid fire round. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Gooners are extremely annoying and the worst part of this community. Get ready for a whole month of constant high school tier brush jokes when Contarella drops. I think this is a pretty cool take, but I mean, they kind of exist in every community, so it's not uncommon. It's a 1 out of 10. Male wanters are some of the most annoying people in this community. I personally don't agree. I don't really talk to male wanters. Most of my friend group, it's like filled with men who like chicks. So I mean, I also like chicks. So I give it like maybe a 5. I'm not sure. You guys tell me in the comments. The male ratio is perfect. I honestly don't agree because I mean, we don't have that many men. At the same time, I'm not here to pull them, so I'm not the target audience here. So I think this is probably like maybe a 7 if I had to guess. Again, I don't pull for male characters inside of these games. I got Zhongli for free. So I'm not the target audience here. Next one. The story abandoning the post-apocalyptic theme is very disappointing. The current story direction is very lukewarm. It feels like character selling ads and the big bad of the week type. I agree, but I also disagree. I like the way that the new cities and stuff look. Or I like how Renacita looks. I also like how Jinzhou looks, but like Renacita though, it's so open, I guess. Like, we got water, we have really high areas, we have like really pretty looking screenshot areas too. Like, it's pretty good. I think this is probably a 8 out of 10, or actually maybe a 4 out of 10. I don't think it's that bad, but it is pretty saddening. That's it. This one will be the last one for the video, so let's do it. This game is too simple and has no systems to make it more engaging. Once you're done leveling a character, all you do is farm echoes and do the active event, nothing more. There's an open world, but that is the base of the game, not the extra. Coming from other games and PGR, there's always a goal, big or small, to keep you playing it and investing in things. WUWA in comparison is a very simple game, which is not bad for players like me who like to invest time and see the results little by little. It's just a casual game that feels amazing. I personally wouldn't say that Wuthering Waves is too simple, especially since it has a little bit more compared to Genshin. Like, we got the parry system, we got dodges, we have the whole intro and concerto system, also the forte circuit, and so there's like a lot of things that make WUWA kind of stand out from being so simple. And it like took me until like 2.0 to figure out how the whole intro system worked, and by 2.1 I actually started to learn how to do rotations with the intro system and the forte bar and like whatever else. So it's far from like just simple. I give this take like a 8 out of 10. So yeah. Anyway, what's your Wuthering Waves hot take? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Leave a like and maybe subscribe while you're just down there. Also join the Discord. Follow my other socials while you're at it. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, maybe you'd like to see my reaction to Tectone reaction to one of my videos. Anyway, peace.
Hello.